What is happening, people? United Central here, back with another video. I'm back with my guy Adam. Adam, how
Yes,
are you
man.
doing, mate?
Good, mate. Good, mate. Busy week. Encouraging week for the Reds and looking forward to the weekend because on paper this has got great game writ all over it, mate.
Mate, it's gonna be a cracker, man. It's gonna be a cracker. Obviously, this video, guys, is sponsored by the One Football app. Every match preview will be sponsored by the One Football app. If you want to download it, the link is in the description below. Go check it out there. It's got absolutely amazing features. You know, one of my best football apps. Obviously, Adam is sponsored by the app as well, also. But you know what I mean? It's got loads of good stuff on there. You know what I mean? I'll just give you a quick demonstration right now. If I could come up with the board, you know what I mean? You got the latest news on there, you know what I mean? Got the Wan-Bissaka news. Obviously, the late Maradona died. RIP to late Maradona. But we've got the Wan-Bissaka news. Bailly might not be starting this game. Obviously, we'll delve into it, but it's just a quick ghost tip gap, you know what I mean? To go check your latest news. Go check it out, guys. Obviously, Man United got hacked. You know what I mean? It's all crazy at the minute, but go check it out there. One Football app, link in the description below, and we'll get cracking, mate. You know what I mean? Man United, someone says here, RIP Maradona. You know what? We have to touch on it a little bit before I didn't get your comments on that one, but RIP to the late Maradona, mate. You know what I mean? Sad week of football. Obviously, the Premier League will obviously have to commemorate his life and the legacy he brought. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? Sad. The late, great Maradona
Mate,
dies at the age of 60.
mate, the people that we've lost this year for our sport, mate, has been this year has been a complete. It's been a nightmare, hasn't it? This year, I mean, we've lost so many people. You can go back Nobby Styles, Ray Clements, you know what I mean, Jack Charlton, Maradona. I mean, the king of all kings in terms of football. I mean, the respect that this man got. I mean, what people don't remember is for a 5'5" man, football in them days, it was just totally different. And for him to command the respect he did, you know what I mean? That guy literally upheld a whole nation. I mean, you've seen the scenes outside in Argentina, outside his chapel arrest in
Yeah.
there, and
Three
man, it
day.
were millions of people, mate. I mean, coronavirus got forgotten, and coronavirus is rife in South America, mate.
I know, mate. I know.
But it's like this is passion for football. We think English have got passion for football. I mean, the South Americans, mate. This is how much it means to them. This is how much a man means to a football nation, and he was one of, if not the best out there, mate. He was ridiculously good. I mean, we've seen the pictures, we've seen the videos. I can still remember him coming back. Sadly, it was for the wrong reasons in the '94 World Cup. I remember sat there as a young lad watching the TV, him playing alongside Batistuta. I thought it was amazing. Sadly, we all know what came from that and the dark days of his career and when it all went wrong. But man, what that guy could do with football is just beyond belief. And it's sad days, but it just seems to be more. Seems to be more consistent these days.
Yeah.
Like I said, 2020 has been horrid for it, mate.
Oh, mate, probably the worst year you could ever have, man. You know what I mean? It's tragic, but you know what I mean, good fitting words there for the late Maradona. Also, RIP to Heavy D. I came across him one time doing a Channel 4 documentary.
I couldn't believe it when I seen that, mate. I mean, I remember watching him when he was on the what was it now, the program?
Big Brother.
No, he wasn't. Well, it was on the Garage Rush thing as well. The Garage Trader thing where they opened up a garage. Another program he was on, but then obviously I seen the videos of him training in the gym. Not only last year, I think it was shouting out rants and having a bit of banter. It's shocking, mate. Shocking.
It really
Crazy
is.
what's going on.
Storage Wars as well. You know
Storage
what I mean?
Wars, that's the one.
That's the one, yeah.
Man.
You know what I mean? But yeah, RIP to Diego Maradona, RIP to what's it called? Heavy D, and RIP to everyone who's died in 2020, man. You know what I mean? Through the COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Big
King
one.
Kamal says, bless it. We've got already 112 people already tuning in already in the first 4 minutes. Please, if you are watching this video, let's get that likes up. Let's get 100 likes already, guys. Please. It helps the channel grow. And you know what I mean? Shout out to Gabriel as well in the chats already. Shout out to Adam, regular. Shout out to the regular in the comments. Yeah, 100%, man. Always got regular comments. You know what I mean? Chadwick Bosman as well. You know what I mean? RIP. Obviously, we have to go back to the United, mate. You know what I mean? It's a new week. It's a tricky. The title of the video is "Tricky Saints." Adam, how you looking forward to this game? Because you know what? Yeah, like I'm not nervous, yeah, but I just feel like, is reality going to sink? Are we going to go back to the old ways of, you know what I mean, the football how we've been playing? Are we just going to get a reality check in this game? I'm not worried, but I'm just thinking Southampton's a very, very tricky game. This will determine where Man United are in the coming season. These next 2 away games will determine where we are in the next couple of weeks.
I just did a video on my channel then about this game, and yeah, I said, is it safe or is it strong? That was the lineup, and I just put 2 images of Fred and Van der Beek in midfield, and then McTominay and Matic in midfield. This is what a lot of United fans are fearing, that we're just going to go back straight to what Ollie always does, which is safe football. Safe, and I said it before. I said United are defending a defence at the moment, and the way we set up, that's how it is. This defence is not good enough to hold out for 1-0 wins, mate. We need to play like we did against Başakşehir on Tuesday. You know what? Yeah. People will moan about it. People will say it's too weak at the back. You can't play too many attackers, all this garbage. But you know what, mate? I'd take a 4-3 win over a 1-0 that we had against West Brom all day long. And that's how United have to play. We've got a better chance if we're attacking than if we're trying to hold out. If we're trying to control a game by defending solidly, there's always a chance that we're going to concede a goal, and then, you know what, the attack hasn't got warmed up, we're not playing to the way the attackers want to play, and then by the time we all get set and actually into the game, it's too late. So, for me, it has to be direct football against Southampton. Southampton will press, yeah, they will press, but...
Yeah, are you worried about that? Because it's a big press.
Yeah, you play a Donny van der Beek in the hole, you don't really press Donny van der Beek as easy as you do with McTominay, do you? McTominay is out, by the way. Yeah, I did see that. Someone mentioned that on my video before as well. So does Donny come in?
Yeah.
Does Donny come straight back in there? I mean, Ollie's got a decision to make. I like the front three. I like Bruno behind them. I like the fact that Donny was there getting the ball off the defence, feeding straight into Bruno, and that link up down the spine. Absolutely quality, mate. I mean, Southampton aren't going to sit back. So Donny, Bruno... You know, Martial, Rashford on either side, they're going to get space in this game. Yeah, they will try and press our weak point, which is our defence. So if we can bypass that as quickly as possible with quick playing football, you don't get quick playing football with Matic and McTominay. You get it with Bruno. You get it with Van der Beek and Bruno, mate. Yeah, that's how you beat Southampton.
I want to touch on Van der Beek in a close minute, but the kind of encouraging signs against Istanbul. Do you carry that on until into this game, or do you still think that back of your mind, Ollie's got it very, very tentative? It's very, very safe. He doesn't want to gun ho. He doesn't want to play all his cards out. You know what I mean? You know the old saying of don't want to play all your cards at once. You know what I mean? Is Ollie that kind of manager? Because I just look at it and I think, was it too like were Istanbul that bad, or were we that good? I understand we played good for large parts of the game, but when I see Bruno come out of the team and I see Rashford come out of the team, I just thought it was very, very same old, same old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, mate, you say that, mate, but I mean, I'd rather us be 3-0 up and them coming out and a bit dull.
Absolutely.
So you would threaten any team in the world, no matter if it's Başakşehir or if it's Barcelona, whoever it may be. If you play quick passing football, then you're going to threaten any team in the world because they cannot set and they cannot get prepared for it. The quicker it is, the better chance you've got of disrupting that block, that defence, whatever it is. Look at the way Liverpool play. One touch, passing, in, quickly, gone. This is why City have started to come up and struggle a little bit because, pass. It doesn't work as much anymore because teams can get set. They know how to do it. And if you haven't got world-class players in your team, pass, tiki-taki football does not work. This is why Pep Guardiola was successful at Barcelona.
That's with a purpose.
He had Messi. If you can pass it, and you've got quality there. Say United can pass. We did it with Van Gaal, but we had no end product. Yeah, it only works if you've got absolute world quality. And I'm talking Lionel Messi, Lewandowski. If you've got them players there, then you've got half a chance of that style of football working. But if you've not, it doesn't work, and it never ever will do. If you're happy with 4th and 5th in the league, that's where that will get you. And if you're happy with that, go for it. But I'm not. I want to be up there challenging. And that's and to get that, it needs to be quick. It needs to be one-touch football. It needs to be direct. You can hold off in times in a game. You don't have to go gun-ho 90 minutes. Liverpool don't do it, but they have spells where they just take teams out of the game, and then they see what the other team has got, and then they catch them on the break. So for me, it's all about in-game management, it's about in-game planning, and it's about how the players, how they actually play their game. Can they play to the best of their ability in the formation that Ollie picks? When we did it against Bajac's year, quick one-touch football, they all look like different players, mate.
Absolutely. We've got a comment here. Hope you both leave for jobs and do YouTube full time this time next year. Keep on the great work. Listen, if we could do that, mate, I would swap the 9 to 5 life for YouTube, man. I tell you what, mate. Nice.
Mate, I'm working 9 to 9. I never mind 9 to 5.
You got to pull a graft in, and look, we're here now today working again, man. You know what I mean? But yo, you guys are the reason why we do streams, man. You guys keep us entertained and whatnot. We've got nearly 200 people live already on the stream. Please hit that like button, and also make sure you go check out Adam's channel. The link is in literally on the title. Mad Red United. It says it on the title. Make sure you go subscribe to him. You talk about Donny van der Beek. How good was he, man, against Istanbul, mate?
Excellent,
you know what I mean?
mate.
Absolutely excellent. Was that the best day? Was that the best performance? Like, I would say complete performance you've seen in a long while. And I mean that because I know Bruno's coming and he's giving us little bits and bobs, and you know what I mean, he's been the kind of savior. When I talk about complete performance, I thought for me that was one of the best complete performances I've seen in the Man United shirt for a long time, mate. I can't remember the last person who's done that, mate. I really can't. Can you remember the last person who did that? Who just dominated the game? Everything was unbelievable. You know what I mean? Led the attack, kept getting it simple, quick interchange, the intelligence, the awareness. Everything about it was like unbelievable. I can't remember, guys. Let me know in the comments, guys, where you see the last Man United player to have a complete performance. I don't know, mate. I really don't know. And I'm going to put it to you, Adam. I mean,
mate, complete performance. Then you're looking at the likes of, mate, you're going back to like Van Persie, Wayne Rooney, that sort of tackle.
Van Persie.
That's where you're going with that. Van Persie did it with his hat-tricks. Rooney, when he scored 4 goals. Rooney's passing, spraying of the ball, just in complete control of his game. Mate, Van der Beek's there now, but the beauty Rooney had, he had the other players who were on a level par with him, who could play to his standard. That's the difference right now. We've got players who can, and they all played. They all played the other night, mate. So, you know what I mean? It is a case of getting your best team out there, and they will pull through for you. It's as simple as that, mate. They will do it for you.
Someone say Pogba against City. That was a good one. That was a very good one.
Second half, yeah.
Second half, yeah. I would say second half. Someone says they haven't seen one in a long time. Pogba away 2 seasons ago, yeah. Then when the Lingard scored, yeah. I can probably put that one in there.
It was David De Gea against Arsenal.
David De Gea against Arsenal. Someone says there Phil Jones. I'm not sure about Phil Jones, mate.
Yeah, someone's taking the mick.
Yeah, someone's taking a mick right there. Yeah, Pogba first Everton. But it just goes to show, man, the quality that he had, man. And people say that he can't play in the 6. Listen, mate, he can play right back, mate. He can play right back and probably put an 8 out of 10 performance. He is that good. And I'm just thinking, how has it taken Ollie this long to realise the potential? Is it a case of he's realised potential, or he just gave him game time and said, yo, you go out and play, and I still not probably understood how good you are, and I'm going to play you next week against Southampton. I just don't think he's thinking of that. And he's thinking of game against PSG. Oh, that's a game I could put him out there. No, mate, you win. And do you see Kevin De Bruyne taking a break? Do you see Kevin De Bruyne having a break 1 week?
I said this before, mate. I said Ollie's trying to be too much like Fergie, and he can't do it.
You can't do it, though.
Like you said, then he's thinking the games ahead. When you've had so much won beforehand, and you know you've got a team that are right behind you, then you can maybe do this. But right now, he has to think about what we need right now. We need consistency, and we need to go on a bit of a run to give himself a little bit of break to play around with the team. If we beat Southampton, West Ham and City, then I'm thinking, you know what, maybe these players are into what Ollie's talking about. You know, because that puts us straight back up there in the top 4, I think, if we win them 3 games.
Wow.
So then we're at a level par. We're back to where we was last season. Let's not forget, right now, if you're in golfing terms, I'll say we're at about a +2. That's right, we're 2 over par right now. If we get to around about 4th, then we're level par for the day. We're not under par yet. We haven't hit that eagle or albatross yet. So let's not get too excited. All we're doing at the moment, and people will say, yeah, this is what happens. You all jumping the gun, saying it was bad. Look at the run we're on now. So if we win these few games, I'm not saying that's the end of it. If we win these few games and saying, right, okay, I can actually believe a little bit in, you know what, we might have a team there that are actually thinking on Ollie's terms here, and the message is getting across. But don't forget, we need a trophy, and we need to be closing the gap on what it was last year to Liverpool. That's what we all set out at the start of the season. And until the end of the season, we may not be able to see that. But for keeping Ollie in a job and making me think that he can actually pull this around, we need to be winning 6 or 7 games in a row. That's how I see it.
That's the key thing, isn't it?
It is. That's what will get us straight back up there in the mix.
Yeah, and you gotta do that by picking a consistent 11. You know what I mean? And I just feel like for me, I did a video the other night. You know what I mean? With Flawless and Statman Bays. Shout out to Statman Bays and Flawless. But I did a video. Will Ollie plays best 11? And I look at Southampton. I think they're very, very good on the press. You know what I mean? It's a game for me. It's almost a game like, and this is never, you never say Man United to do this, but it's a game that you think, right, go at it. Just go at it. Like, you've got nothing to lose. Like, that sounds crazy, but we have nothing to lose because we are not going to be, I don't think, challenging for the league. We're going to be in and around top 4, but why not just bank on something on the game against Southampton? And then maybe have my respect and say, you know what, on the day, Southampton were better. They played better. They've got a better manager. They beat us in the press. I mean, all he's got to say to himself, you know what, man? I'm a manager here that needs to prove to the United fans I can do it. I really can do it. Let me put Donny. Let me put Bruno. Let's go with an attacking lineup here. And you know what? If we get caught in the back, we get caught in the back. But at least what happens is you've got the quality up front like Liverpool to do the damage. And I'm not too sure Ollie believes in that. I really don't. And that's the problem where we'll never, ever go forward.
I said this before. It is so simple. It's so simple. It's ridiculous. Forget about your shape that people go on about. Forget about playing players because it gives us a little bit more in defence. Defences contribute to winning the games. The old saying, you build from the back. Yeah, that's great. But look at the game has changed, mate. There's not one defence in this league, I will say, is absolute quality. The forward lines, on the other hand, mate, the forward lines in this league are mustard. You look at what Leicester's got going forward. Look at City. Look at Liverpool. Yeah. You know what I mean? Look at what Villa's got now with Grealish, Barkley. Yeah. You know what I mean? Who else did it won? The one they bought in from Brentford up front.
What's it called?
I forgot his bloody name now. Yeah, someone will say it in the comments.
Yeah, someone will say it in the comments,
in a second. But you look at that, what they've done. You've got Everton. Yeah, Ollie Watkins. Look at what Everton did. You know what I mean? Calvert-Lewin, Richarlison. There's no defence in this league.
Attack is the best form of defence.
Yeah. There's no defence in this league that can say they are full out attacking. You know what I mean? Full out able to stop attacks. Every team's attacking this league. That's what it is. Do you know what I mean? And for me, you have to look at it and go, right, Southampton, where's their threat? Midfield-ish, Ward-Prowse, and going forward. Where's the weakness? How do we beat them? Not how we stop them. How do we beat them? Because then, for us to even have a second thought of stopping them is them trying to come back at us because we've already attacked their weak point, which is going forward. Do you know what I mean? If we play quick football, their defence won't be able to handle us. Okay, let's emphasise on that. Let's try and push that. And you know what? Our defence isn't good enough. It's not. But like I said at the start, mate, our defence isn't good enough to hold out either for a 1-0 win. We know that.
No.
We know that's clear now. We've said it before, haven't we? Loads of times. We just needed our defence to hold out because our attack wasn't with it.
Isn't our defence solid though? What's this notion now? I understand that Tottenham game, but that Tottenham game was ages ago, mate. Our defence is not as bad as people think, and I know it could get exposed.
We're at a standard with everyone else. The problem is everyone else plays to their strengths, which is going forward. Mate, you don't see the only team I've seen trying to out and out defend is Newcastle.
Yeah,
that's Newcastle only. Newcastle and the likes of West Brom. Fulham don't even do it, mate.
West Brom played off the park on our game, mate. They played us off the park.
And they were defensive, mate. So, do you know what I mean? They haven't got as much going forward, have they? That's the problem. So, for me, I'd be looking at it, Ollie, I would be going, right, we've got a better chance of getting a draw if we try and win it. We've got a better chance of actually progressing and actually building on our bit of momentum at the moment if we play the team that we played against Başakşehir on Tuesday night. Because, you know what, we're going to make a mistake. If we're going to make a mistake, it's going to happen. But if we're going to invite more pressure on by sitting back, then
There
we've
you
got
go.
more of
Then.
a
Which is
chance of
more
making a
deadly?
mistake.
Which is more deadly for me is the latter. What have you said? You more
Yeah,
invite pressure. You sit back deep with two players. Like the game against Everton for me, second half, we had one shot, I think it was. Rashford and I think the
sat
goal.
back.
Two shots. We sat back. If Everton on another day, yeah, would have scored. That goal, quite a little Maguire hit, the ball, hit it away. Another day, mate. You know what I mean? If you invite, mate, you are going to concede goals. And it happens, mate. You see it against Southampton. He never learned, did he? Against Southampton, mate. Remember what happened? We sat
Yeah,
back, they scored. So I
can't
just feel like,
rely on one. We're not
go on,
good
sorry.
enough, mate. We're not good enough to defend a 1-goal lead. It's not. We just haven't got it. 1 goal, no problem. If we've got 2 goals up, I mean, when we went in front, look what happened against Everton when we bagged 2 goals. We found gaps, and only through us being so poor up top did we not capitalise on them. Then you can play your counter-attacking football. There's 2 games there. You know what? If Ollie uses his head, he'll go, right, let's go out like we did against Bajax here and see what we can get. You know what? The law of averages, if we create the chances we did there, we're going to score maybe 1 or 2. And then, you know what? I'll look back and go, all right, maybe now I can switch it up a bit and play more of a counter-attack, change it up a little bit. That's all right then. We can play that. Because then they're rushing. Their game plan is out the window. You know what I mean? They're more on hope and waiting for mistakes. But that opens them up as well at the same time then. So, you know what? There's adaptability. And that's what we've not seen. I was totally happy with how that game went against Bajax here. First half, we put it to bed. That's what Fergie always did. Yeah, it killed off, didn't it? It died away in the second half, but I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
I don't mind that. And you know what? What I don't mind is I remember the channel. Shout out to Marvin
Marvin.
Killian. You know what I mean? Sorry, we got a call here. I don't know why he's calling me at this time. But yeah, we've got Marvin Killian. He's the latest. Yeah, man. I don't know who's calling me at this time, mate. They know I stream at this time. But we've got Marvin Killian. Became a YouTube member. Shout out to Marvin Killian, guys. You know what I mean? Latest member of United Central. You know what I mean? Group. If you want to, please, be a member. Link in the description below. Go be a link, guys. And big up to you, guys. Greetings quietly from Germany. Big up from Germany as well. So big up as well. You
Nice
get me?
one.
So yeah, man. The only problem is we've got 2 absentees, McTominay and Pogba. What do you make of that, mate? I'm kind of flabbergasted, mate. I don't know what's happened with Pogba, mate, because he's played 3 times for France, and now he's out for 3 games in a row now. Like, can you make that up, mate? Can you make that up at all, mate?
This is it, mate. He's never going to get started. He's never going to get started, is he? He's in, he's out, he's in, he's out.
Shake it all about, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. It's
Someone
the
said Maguire.
okey-dokey. I mean, how many times he came back and Ollie's used the excuse that he's not quite ready yet. He's not fit yet. I mean, he's playing all the time for France. Now he's injured again. So if he comes back again after this injury, does that mean we have to play him back in again, bit by bit? I mean, in the right way, don't take it the wrong way, but Pogba's absolutely pointless to us at the moment.
Yeah.
That's crazy, because, you know what I mean, Ollie can't play him in the right position. He doesn't seem to be able to get fit. His head doesn't seem to be here. I don't know what it is.
Is it now around? Is it a case of now there's a dispute, or do you just generally think that Ollie's trying to play mind games here? You know what I mean? They're trying to do the old Alex Ferguson tricks. You know what I mean?
Beat Fergie, mate. He hasn't got Ferguson in him to do that. He's no way near good enough to play the tricks that Ferguson had. He's not got enough in the bank to play the tricks that Ferguson did. Ferguson did it because he knew he could. He can't copy Ferguson. He's got nowhere near enough pedigree in the bank to even think about the tricks that Ferguson pulled. So, you know what I mean? I just need to look at the Pogba thing now. I think, right, okay, we've taken the option to extend his contract. That's always a bad sign. That's always a bad sign. That just got the writing on the wall. That's like, right, let's just do that extension, keeping it at 2 years, and then he's probably going to go in January, worst case scenario, summer. Because, you know what, mate, it's not going to work for us. He's not going to work, mate. We're creeping up now to what is it? It's 4 years near enough?
4 years, yeah. 4 years. Someone said he's gone this summer anyway.
I think
someone said they do cash in on him. You know what I mean? The problem is for me though, like I just don't understand what the issue is. I really don't. Like it's like, you know, like you can tell with Ozil, you know, he's frozen out for a reason. Is it a case of now the club are saying, right, We can't have this guy keep on mocking us. Ollie, take him out the team. Take him out the team, guys. Like, you've got to do something about it. And for me, this needs to be controlled because he could become a problem if, I'm not saying it could be a problem, but it could be a problem in the squad. I don't understand. I don't think it's that sort of player, but to have a player hovering around, a world-class, you know what I mean, a player hovering around the squad, is it good for the morale? I'm not too sure it is because then he's probably thinking, I should be in that squad. And then you got another player, you know what I mean, Donny van der Beek who's saying, listen, I'm training every day. Why am I not in the squad ahead of him? How does he get straight in there when he's not even playing training? You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of problems that Ollie's not fixing right now. And I feel like this might be his Achilles heel again, not starting Donny, not playing what's it called? Pogba. I mean, not find a midfield solution. All these problems, we're still talking about it 2 years into his reign. Can he fit this person in? Can he do this? Can he fit a style of play? Can he fit the right formation? Can he blend it all in? And as a manager, Adam, yeah, when you can't do that, I'm sorry, but you're out your depth, mate. You really are. And how can you say to yourself, you're going to improve on this?
Well, I said to it all a lot. I think I said it a while ago, actually. I said the making of Ole, or the end of Ole, will be Paul Pogba and how he handles it. So mate, it's thingy, innit? He cannot, and it's clear now that he cannot make it work with Pogba, for me. He's had 2 years now, Ole, pretty much. He's had Pogba there for 2 years. He can't make him work. We've had fleeting appearances from Pogba. He's played him in that hole. I think Donny van der Beek suits it better, but Pogba can't do it. He just doesn't want to. His game doesn't suit that role at all. I understand people say, he can play the balls, he can find them long balls and that, but this is the game. It's changed. We just talked on it a minute ago how the forward lines are different now and how much stronger they are. Southampton would just absolutely maul him to death.
Yeah.
That's what they would do.
Absolutely.
Whereas Donny van der Beek isn't going to be like that. He's a bit more robust. He'll release the ball quicker. Pogba not releasing the ball up front, I can see that being a bit of an issue for defences. It works better up there because you never know where the ball's coming from. The movement's different. Whereas when you've got the likes of what we've got in defence as your backup, when you're playing as a holding midfielder, your confidence not there. He holds onto the ball too much sometimes, maybe because he knows they're not good enough to do anything with it.
Absolutely.
So when he's up front, surrounded by the likes of Bruno, Martial, Rashford, Cavani's of this world, then he works better because he knows they're similar wavelength. But he's wasted at the back, mate. He's absolutely wasted, and I think Ollie has destroyed him.
Absolutely.
Not destroyed. I think Mourinho pretty much did the most damage to him. But I just feel like he is the heart and soul of the dressing room. Everyone loves him.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's holding everything back at the moment. I think everyone wants him to stay. But I think it's selfishly thinking, I want him to stay because we all love him, really.
Yeah.
Someone needs to stand up here and make a massive, massive decision and go, look, come on, we're not kindergarten here. You know what? You may be best mates with him. You may like him. It's time. It's time to think about the club and the team.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not his fault. Mate. It's not his fault all completely. But like I said, it's just not going to work. Clearly, it's not working now. And how long do you want to give it? You know what I mean? His career is going down the pan now. Look at his value.
Yeah, 40 million apparently. You know what I mean? We've got super chats here, a couple of super chats to read out here. GNA TV says, ads from GNA TV here. Big up you lads. Been watching your fan club since day one. Yo, big up GNA TV. Big up ads on your channel. Go check his channel out, guys. He's an upcoming YouTuber, so big up to him. We got Mr. Dan United. Not seeing you in a while, pal. Hope you're well. He goes, hey, right, guys, loving the show. Sorry I've not been on the last few weeks. Been work, been mental. Love you both. Yeah, yo, mate, big up yourself, man.
Can, Dan.
Get what you can, mate. You know what I mean? Get what you can, mate. We've got nearly 400 people on this live chat. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Subscribe to Madrid United also. We're going to keep things flowing for you in this match preview. Let's talk about the curious case of Martial, mate. Yeah, man, it really is curious, mate. You know what I mean? Did well last season. I think he got 23 goals in there, something like that, all competitions, something like that. Played naturally up front. For some reason this season, obviously the red card hasn't helped. This season, mate, I don't know what's up here, but it's not clicking well for him, mate. It's not really clicking. He's doing the basics, right? He's holding the ball up. He's linking up the play. He's doing the bits and bobs. But as a striker, you are proving on goals. Let's say that, Adam. And right now, he's not getting the goals in. What do you think, mate? What do you think the issue is? Is it a confidence thing? Is it The system's right. How do you see this, man?
I mean, we've played him where we all thought he should be playing up front at the start of the season, mate, and he's not been able to adapt it. He's not been able to get his game to the next level this season, and that's quite clear. And he's just struggling. He's struggling. I think he's been found out as a striker, and I think that's probably why it was maybe a good idea to bring him back out to the left again, to give him that little bit of freedom, so he can actually be facing the defenders he's running against. He's good at holding up, but when he's holding the ball up, he's not as threatening as a striker for me.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It takes something away from him a little bit. So now we've got Cavani in there, who is just perfect for that. Maybe it will work. Maybe we can build his confidence up from the left again, and maybe he could roll into that. But we're Manchester United, and we're looking at the likes of Jamie Vardy, Salah, you know what I mean, Aubameyang.
The pressure is there though to perform. You're Man United striker. You know what it is? Yeah. What's the lining of people saying you're criticizing him? People saying, big up Jadon Sancho. You know what I mean? Like, what's it like? There's a level here. We're very, very critical because we want Martial to succeed. Even him as a player, he would say, "Listen, you guys need to make sure that I'm performing. You know what I mean? You guys need to make sure that I'm playing well. You know what I mean? You guys, you be honest with me." And I just feel like we've got to be honest with you guys. Martial isn't performing, and I'm getting to the point where I'm worried now because there's a heavy reliance on Bruno Fernandes. There really is, man. Heavily reliance on Bruno Fernandes. And I'm just thinking, if Martial doesn't get running and score a goal maybe at Southampton, and with the games coming up, West Ham, they're not going to give you any space on time of the ball. You see it with Man City, 1-1 game. They've been good at home. I think you know what I mean. I think they do well at home. To be fair to you, you know what I mean. You got Man City after that. It's you know what I mean. The goals are drying up at a minute, mate. I think has he got a Premier League goal yet so far?
I don't
think he has, is he?
In Europe, he scored against Başakşehir. Rashford gave him the penalty in the game against Leipzig.
And he gave him,
you know what I mean? He's just not. He's not doing it, is he?
Someone said they're tired of Martial. Is it a case of? I know you know what it is. Yeah, someone says Martial doing well, just as a scorer, which brings him down. If he scores and goes on a good run, he just shows more confidence. Him on the left, Cavani up front, looking good. Yo, Shazad, I respect you. But
the problem we've got is now we're having to make him another position again because he's failing as 9. Do you know what I mean? We're not getting. People will say he's not had the chances.
Is he had the service? Has he had the chances?
This is it. Fair enough. There's a few people off at the moment, so you can't really put it all on him. But I just feel like, you know what, Rashford's been pretty poor this season. He's got 8 goals, mate.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? And he's not up front. So I'm looking at Martial. You look at Bruno Fernandes, and you said totally reliance on it, mate. The guy's got 10 goals from midfield.
Yeah.
And Martial's on 2. What? 2 or 3? You know what I mean?
2 in all competitions, yeah.
And that's not good enough for our 9 because that's what he set out this season. Now we're dropping him because it's not working. So you know what I mean? He has to. It's up to him, mate. He's on his 3rd manager at Man United now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's time for Martial to start providing consistently as well. Same with Rashford. You know what I mean?
Same with our front line, mate. I'm worried about it. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about Pepe. That's if you're saying that, Zayn Messi. I think you need to go check him out, mate. If he's gonna headbutt anyone else, man. You know what I mean? He might headbutt us in the stream, mate. You know what I mean? Like you worry about Pepe, mate. You know what I mean? We're not worried about Pepe. I tell you that, man. He says here again now. How long? Adam, how will the fridge cope with Saka, Pepe, Martelli at the Emirates? Oh my God, you know what I'm saying, man. You know what I mean? By that we'll probably be banned at clubs, mate. You know what I mean?
I'm not worried
fighting
about
for
that.
Europa League spots.
I'm looking at Arteta. What does he call it? What does Lee call him? Pulis.
Tapas Pulis, yeah.
Tapas Pulis, yeah.
The Paella Pulis.
God, how many goals have these guys scored all season? 10 in the league. Come on.
Yeah, man. Daniel James got more goals in the Champions League, you know what I mean, than Arsenal have in knockout stages. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man.
I mean,
Harry
Maguire's had more attempts on target than Aubameyang and Lacazette.
Exactly. So we don't need to worry about, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Pepe, mate. You know what I mean? Pepe, bloody hell, mate. But you know what I mean? Like, going into the forward line, I think it's probably, like, even under Mourinho's here, we had Lukaku still scoring goals. Zlatan was scoring goals. We never really had a problem up front. Do you think Cavani can help Martial? Because De Gea's been helped by Henderson. Henderson's come in. He's had a positive effect on him. Do you think Martial's the same, or is he one of them where he needs to feel the love up front?
We've seen it go the other way. People were defending him when Zlatan came in and they took his shirt off him. It's like, seriously, man up.
Yeah.
Just don't even try using that. If that's an excuse you want to use, then I lose all respect for you whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? I've got to look at it and go, right, okay, you got challenged the first time. Zlatan came in, took your shirt. What do? You just go out and perform better. Simple as. You're at Man United. This isn't you coming to the team every single week because you had one good season under Louis van Gaal. This is, stand up and be counted like you was the end of last season. But you got to continuously do it. Do you know what I mean? If a player comes in and takes your shirt, then that's because you're not good enough to hold it.
Stand up and be counted, mate. And I feel like, you know what I mean? Do you then think about the players' mentality? I mean, we haven't got a lot of players here who are winners, Adam. And that's the worrying thing for me. I mean, Bruno's probably a winner at Sporting.
Just bring up Babu's message there, mate, as well. Complete garbage. Mate, I don't love Rashford. I give Rashford more stick than leading man.
I give a lot of stick for him as well.
You know, it's the whole front line. I haven't got a problem dropping.
If there was firing goals, mate,
any one player in this team. People have got too many favourites. Too many favourites in the team. I don't care who gets dropped. Do you know what I mean? I was bigging up. I give Maguire a 10 last season. I ain't got a problem if you drop him out of the team now. You know what I mean? Yeah. You deserve your shot in the team. I'm looking at it going, Rashford's been garbage this season and he scored 8 goals. It's not my fault Martial was petulant against Tottenham and got himself suspended for 3 games. That's just him as a character. But for me, he needs to do more, like Rashford needs to do more. Both incredibly wasteful in front of goal. And I hope Cavani gets a run and shows them both how to be a proper centre-forward. Because for me,
it's not
all
a
down on Ollie now. Has Ollie got the balls to play Cavani consistently in the league? That's the thing. Can he show Rashford and Martial how it's done? Or is Ollie going to keep playing Rashford and Martial even when they play bad? So, you know what I mean? Why does he keep playing him? Why does he keep playing Rashford when he's been poor? Drop the kid. Greenwood's there. He can play there.
Knackered Rashford.
That's what I mean.
You know what I mean?
His body language does... You know what someone says there? His body language. Body language is a massive thing. When you look petulant like that, you look at someone like Jamie Vardy. Do you know what I mean? He never gives up. Harry Kane never gives up. These, you know what I mean? All that forward line of Liverpool's. Yeah, they may have a moan, but they get straight back into it. There's no moaning, mopsing around. Rashford has done that a bit, but do you know what I mean? It's down to Ollie, that. Ollie's the one who's got to make these better.
Someone says, Sakib says here, he goes, I disagree, Adam. He had a great good season under LVG. When Mourinho took his number and benched him before he gave him a chance, it was normal to feel the way he did. I don't mind that.
That there pretty much says it. These guys, I don't know how old you are, but what I'm used to is this is Manchester United. Expect players to come in all the time and your spot is never put on. It's never on a plate. If you expect to get a chance when a new manager comes in, you earn it. If you get dropped out, fair enough. I don't care. If the guy comes in and takes your spot and starts playing better, then you know what? That's up to him. It's down to the managers.
Absolutely.
This is the problem. Down to the managers. If Mourinho had a choice between Zlatan and Martial, and he put Zlatan in, and Zlatan smashed the numbers straight out of the park, and you know what I mean, and we all know how old Zlatan is, then Martial should be looking up to that and going, okay, that guy's been brought in front of me, and he's actually, you know what, single-handedly won us trophies that season. Martial had a great season under Van Gaal, but things change. If you can't adapt to change, then, you know what I mean? Look at Ferguson. Ferguson, when he was in charge, always had strikers. You know what I mean? Cole
and always ready when called upon.
Yeah. Cole and Sheringham hated each other, but the manager made them work. When he came in, there was no bitching. It's down to the manager. It's not all Martial's fault. It is down to the manager. So for me, if you this is Manchester United. If you're expecting to stay in this team constantly every season because you had one good season, and that's the problem. That's why we are where we are right now. The mentality has completely changed.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know what I mean? We've got Zayn Miesa here. Probably says a sensible comment here. He goes, United need world-class strike force up front. Martial is backup along with Cavani. Well, you know what I mean? That's debatable. I mean, I still think he's a starter sometimes, but it's a one of them for me. We've got 400 people, 415 people watching right now. Please smash that like button. Let's get at least 315 people, 300 likes already, guys. I always said hi, stars. I'm late. I was busy. Anyways, looks like a great show so far. Massive respect to you. Who else has it? I think someone made a comment here. Exactly. Force yourself into the team. Let your feet do the talking, not your social feed. That's an interesting point, man. Lose your spot means that you work harder, play harder. It doesn't mean sulking. And I understand it doesn't mean. The problem is for me is it's been easy to get a Man United shirt now. It's been easy to get a contract now. I think that the culture of football club has been bad.
Rewarded for mediocrity, mate. That's my problem. It's like if Rashford's fit, he plays. I don't get that. I don't get that, mate. I really don't. Because Rashford looked like he was carrying an injury. Ollie puts him in. Rashford's out of form. He puts him in. And you know what I mean? I'm like, if you don't play well for Manchester United, then you know what? There's someone else waiting to come in. This is what we are. This is what this club has always been. There's always someone to replace another player. And right now we're getting as close to that as I've seen in a long time, because you've got Cavani to come in. Like you said, the midfield area, you can take your pick, can't you, of any combination.
Yeah.
The defence is getting close. The defence is the issue, really. We know there's a defensive issue, but that needs to be investment in the transfer market. Right now, I do feel like our forward line has got massive potential, but you've got to look at it and go, we have to be doing more. Rashford needs to perform better. His decision making needs to sharpen up, because he's losing his spot in the England team now.
Yeah, he is
saying everything.
I know.
You know,
and then
our forwards,
France.
Yeah, our forwards, exactly, mate. Our forwards now aren't getting in their international teams. So this is saying, how do you work alongside other players? How is it working? Can you be that player that fits into the manager's
Sancho's
system?
not even in the first team as well. Sancho's not a first team.
This is what I mean, mate.
They're playing,
Sancho can't get in now.
Yeah.
No, if Sterling's not careful, mate, then he'll lose his spot as well.
Yeah,
this is it.
Absolutely.
This is the levels. There's different levels now, mate, because you've got to look at it and go, right, okay, I'm a Man United player. I have to earn my spot in that team. If I feel like I'm walking into that team, how am I going to play? The expectancy of my manager is mediocrity. That's how I'm seeing it as a player. That's how I would see it. I've had a crap game, and I know I've played crap, but I'm in next week. So how does my level go up another level?
Absolutely.
Do you understand that? How do you expect these players to be better if they're not being punished?
Yep.
You know what I mean? I mean, they can always be pulled aside in training, mate. You've got to do this better. You've got to do that better. But, mate, I'm telling you now, there's one thing.
It's good vibes, Adam. It's good vibes. Yeah. That's why, you know what I mean? You know that in the training ground tomorrow, there'll be pictures around and it'll be all smiles.
Don't get me started on that photo.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. Yeah. Zayn Miasa says
down smile shoot.
Yeah. Zayn Miasa here says, don't waste your money on Sancho. He's overrated. Another overpriced English player. I'm not even really looking forward to that, mate. I really am. I think Man United are priced out with that one, mate. I think Man United had an opportunity to buy him.
You give me the option now, I'd throw that money onto Haaland rather than Sancho.
You know what? I said that, I said to Rance, man, I looked at Haaland and I thought, wow. It's not so much as I think it's the arrogance for me to know that he's good. Do you know what I mean? Like, to know that he's good, the arrogance. And I know people say, you don't rate Martial. You know what's wrong with Martial? I thought you were a big fan of him. No, you just have to have the best class. You have to have the best in class in every position. If you can have Haaland and Martial up top, why can't you have two world-class strikers up top? Why do you have to have one? Why do you have to have Martial only? Who isn't world-class yet? I'm not saying Haaland's world-class yet, but I'm just saying to you, right now, you need to have the best in class. I still wouldn't mind Haaland. When I saw, at first I thought to him, nah. But when I see him right now, I said, wow, mate. Wow. You know what I mean? We've got a couple of super chats here. Martinelli, best young talent in the league since Rooney and Ronaldo. Oh, my goodness, mate. Bollocks, mate. Bollocks, saying massive. Come up with a better one, man. I thought you were going to at least say Aubameyang's the best striker in the league. You know what I mean? That could be debatable. Probably not this season. You know what I mean? We've got another super chat here. Goes, Rashford needs to be dropped. You get more on Martial than when you get Rashford and Cavani up front, like I said before. Do you agree with that one?
No. I just think There's other ways to look at it. I mean, Rashford. I think we always know Rashford isn't a striker. It depends how you want to play it, how you want to play your system. If you want to play Rashford as a striker, then I'd have Martial over him. I think he's more composed. But you're not playing Rashford or Martial as a striker on as the game was against Basaksehir. So it just depends what formation it is and how you want to play him. For me, as a free, I think it's scary. I prefer him as a free. I wouldn't mind seeing Greenwood play alongside Cavani in a new shape. You know what I mean? We're not talking about Greenwood.
He looked bright against Istanbul. He looked bright.
This is it. You know what I mean? He came on, looked sharp, looked like he's got the bit between his teeth, which is good. None of these players.
But
not
Ollie,
one of them
is he going to play him? Mata was saved in the week, in the game midweek. You know what I mean? Kept fresh. Is he thinking Mata solidity?
I would not be surprised if you had Martial up front, Rashford on the left, and Mata on the right against Southampton, and you're pretty much waving the flag again, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. We go. Zaya Miasa here says, if you get Haaland, you can win the league. I wish, mate. You know what I mean? I'd probably. You know,
and the thing is, Haaland would be great, but the fact that Ollie couldn't convince him once. That's it all for me. Yeah. We lost Bellingham, we lost Haaland. Ollie couldn't get him over the line, so I mean, it's a great thought. And you know what? Can you imagine Rashford on the right, Martial on the left with Haaland, and then Bruno behind him?
Oof! They absolutely fire
gravy. Then Van der Beek behind Bruno. Come on, it's not going to happen though, is it? We've got Ollie in charge of Ed Woodward, so
Ed Woodward has been robbed by the. Who would they call the cyber bullies, the cyber warriors? The
best. What's the name? The best Norwegian export of all time, and you cannot get your countryman through the door before he'd even made real noise like he is now. Then you know what, mate? It's not going to happen, is it?
No. We got Lebu Masiko. Thanks for the super chat. He goes, "Don't blame." Is he saying Ollie?
He might mean Ollie.
In South Africa, we have a team, KC, that looks down on coach sides and also tells a coach who living his dream. It's 12:43 in Russia. Big up to you, 12:43 Russia. I'm not too sure what you meant there. Is he trying to say that don't blame Ollie? In South Africa, we have a team that looks down on the coach sides, also tell the coach who's living his dream. I don't understand what he means living his dream. You know what I mean? Ollie's living his dream by a long reach. You know what I mean? He's loving life at the minute. You know what I mean? You can't really dispute that. Up front, we've got Michael Delroy. Thanks for super chat. He goes up front on the left. Rashford too predictable. Absolutely, mate. And we've got Zaya Miasa here again. Another super chat. He goes, Saeed, I'm Teta out now. Wow, he's not ready to manage. You should get Poch, but we nick him. Little how you nicked our best players in the past. Wow. He's saying Arteta out. Breaking news. Breaking news, mate. He wants Arteta out.
He's not the only one saying that.
Listen, I don't think he'll come to Arsenal, mate. You know what I mean? I don't know if he'll swap sides and come up to North London and get absolutely his house kicked in by the Tottenham fan. You know what I mean? That would probably be the biggest Judas ever, mate. I think it'll be worse than Sol Campbell, mate. You know what I mean? It's absolutely crazy.
There, mate. There's no way he's going there.
No, absolutely not. We got nearly 436 people live in the video. I heard we haven't even got 200 likes yet. Please, let's get to at least 200, 250 likes, please, guys. It helps with the algorithms. It helps with everything going on. So please smash a like on the video. Someone says here, hi, what do you make of the Hakan Kalahuglu rumors? Apparently, well, I don't know how to say that.
Mate, these names are no good for you.
I don't know, man. I can't say that. Hakan Kalahuglu.
Oh, yeah, they're all going off. I think Mark said it's 90% done on United stands, like Sancho was, though, innit? We don't know, do we?
Yeah, we don't know, mate.
Everyone says loads of things. I don't believe anything that anyone says anymore. You know what I mean? When it happens, but until then. But it's another sign, if something like that did happen, that the marquee signings are dead, mate. They're not happening anymore. It's just going down a different road. I mean, I heard Ollie talking the other day, mate, saying that he's looking at a winger. And we got Chong out on loan who's scoring. We've got Traore coming in January. We've just bought Police. I'm like, no, we don't really. It needs to be looked at in defence. I think now that's the key area.
Yeah, same. Yes, here as Pop can come to the biggest club in London. Yeah, mate. I'm not too sure about that. Someone says it's called Kalha-Luglu. Okay, Kalha-Luglu. Thanks for that, man. You have to break it down for me, like I break it down for the kids in school. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, I'm just
crazy, man.
about to say that.
You know what I mean? I've got a good question here. This could be a podcast on its own, but just give me a quick answer for this one, because obviously we've had a cyber attack. Is that an excuse for you? I wrote on Twitter, right? That I'm happy that this happened because it's more money out of the Glazers' pocket. And people said to me, this is the irony of people what they're saying, Glazers out. They say to me, right? But then it doesn't mean we're going to have transfer money. Well, listen, they've never ever backed the club, have they? You know what I mean? They've never done it strategically. Anyway, so your argument is Glazers out, but your argument is, no, but we need their funds to get transfers. So inevitably then, they'll be happy, won't they? When do you want it to end? There has to be a standpoint. You either have to say, these guys do not get any money, and then what you do is then you force them out of the football club, because at the end of the day, they're not going to improve the team. We probably finish as low as we could. We don't want that to happen, but this is the only reason why the Glazers, when the football club has a low value in money and has a low status, yeah, that's the only reason why the Glazers will go. They won't go when they're up at the top. They're buying transfers that don't fit the system. They're buying transfers that just for commercial values. You know what I mean? You guys have got to come to a consensus. Where is the stopgap? Adam, I don't know what people want. You know what I mean? If someone says, regardless, we won't spend. I just don't know, mate. What do people want? You want to spend more money, but then you complain when I say Glazers are not getting any money. I don't understand it, mate. I really don't.
This is it, mate. Fans are fickle. We know what they're like. We all do it. It's like we want the club to spend money, but then you want to slag the Glazers off still when the money's spent. This is the problem, isn't it? It's like you've got, 1.8 billion? That's what we spent since Ferguson left, somewhere around that region. It's a lot of money, mate.
Yeah, but not spent it well. That's the thing, though. They've got the money no matter what. The money's rolling for these Glazers.
The problem is the managers and Ed Woodward have spent it so badly before. I don't think the Glazers are going to trust anything else again. That's the problem, mate, I think now. But the fans, we just have to go along with it and be what we are, which is fans. And all we can do is just talk about it, get behind the boys that will turn out on the pitch, criticise what we see on the pitch and the manager, the tactics and whatnot. There's nothing we can do that will ever change anything upstairs at Manchester United. I have loads, as you know, Americans on my channel, and they understand.
Yeah, but just see what they say on Sunday.
They've seen the worst of the Glazers, absolute worst. And you know what? All of a sudden, they've made 1 or 2 purchases this summer, and now it's looking like they are heading to the playoffs, and it could be happening again over there. You know what I mean?
Man.
This is how they work it. It's very clever because it'll all get forgotten if a league title comes through the door, mate. That's what I'm saying. Fans won't give a toss of what's happened over the last 7 years if we win a title. Because it's not like they're not going to celebrate, is it?
No. No. You know what I mean? Lebu Masiku, he says, KC is Kaiser Chiefs. Ollie might have told Ed Woodward Jones, told Ed he doesn't Jones, but told he cannot sign new players. And meant Ollie's living a dream, thus he cannot argue with Ed. Adam, my best football analysis. You know what? It's basically saying we've got a puppet, really. You know what I mean? Deep down, you know what I mean? Thanks for the super chat. Broken down, he said Ollie's a puppet, really. You know what I mean? That's the thing.
He's not going to get, we've said it before, after he's finished at Manchester United, Solskjaer's not going to get any job at any big club ever again. It's a fact. No one's going to take him, mate. No one at the big... Let's just break it down. Top 3 teams in every single European top division. So Italy, Germany, France even, England. You know what I mean? Not one of them teams in the top 3 of any of them divisions is going to take Ollie Solskjaer as a manager. No. This is his one shot. This is his one chance. And he can't afford to rock the boat. It does my head in. I can't stand the way he talks in press conferences.
Yeah.
I will never forget what Solskjaer did as a player. I've divided it, mate. I've forgotten his managerial compared to his playing. I only look at him as a player, and I will never hate the guy. As a manager, I feel free to criticise him because I pay a fortune like you, mate, following this football club. And I don't agree in some of the tactics and what he says. But what Ruben is saying there is dead right. He's never going to rock the boat because he's never going to get this opportunity ever in his career ever again. There's nothing bigger than what he's got right now. He's the luckiest man alive. He's learning his managerial career at one of the biggest clubs in the world.
Biggest club.
He's
And
so
it's probably
lucky. He knows how lucky.
result.
He knows how lucky he is. He got that one little run, and you know what? Everything fell in. All the pieces fell together for him, didn't they? And you know what? He's took advantage of it, and he's still riding the wave. You know what?
Yeah, riding the wave, mate. Riding the ride.
Gonna be the longest serving United manager since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. You know what?
Without a trophy, for me to show for it, I still don't think he's gonna win as a trophy, and that's for me. You can have what we're saying is another manager's come in and said, you know what I mean, is talk the talk but never walk the walk. You know what I mean? You can have how long do you Man United say Ollie in for? Do you say Ollie in until 3 years in a row? You don't have a trophy.
Mate, if you don't get Champions League this season, United won't be saying Ollie in.
Yeah, well,
United
there you go.
Saying Ollie out because they've got that. Yeah. He gave himself like a year's grace, didn't he, by getting in to the Champions League because that Adidas deal still stands, doesn't it? So if we don't get in the Champions League 2 successful seasons, well, he's held his hand up and we've got the Adidas money still coming in, which is probably doing a lot to keeping us afloat right now. So, and also, really, you could say what Ollie did last season is he's got a bit of brownie points, hasn't he, with the owners and Ed Woodward, because without the Champions League money, you know what, we'll be struggling.
Broke, mate. Struggling, mate. And I feel like, you know, next season when some fans are allowed back in, you know what I mean, I probably think, you know, kind of maybe half the stadium will probably back in by then. Obviously, hopefully the vaccinations help and whatnot. But, you know what I mean, then you're looking at it thinking, imagine you don't have Champions League football to show for that. I mean, you're looking at it then, you're thinking, wow, he surely has to go then, you know what I mean? It was all well and good getting it when the COVID times, okay, mate, but when you got fans coming back in, the megastar will be busy again, you know what I mean? That's when you can say, right.
Yeah. If you start a season and you don't get in the Champions League in a full season and you go at United, that's it. You go. It's happened. It's proven, mate. Well, look, Van Gaal had his start. We got into the top 4. We then didn't get in the top 4 but won a trophy. He still went. Yeah. David Moyes, when it was mathematically impossible, didn't stay. He went out the door.
Yeah.
We got to Mourinho. Mourinho made it through the Europa League in the back door. Then he got second in the league, no problem at all. But then he just went on an absolute outburst because he wanted to go back to London or move completely elsewhere. Didn't like Manchester, whatever it was. Always kicked up a stink. That was a different scenario altogether. He got himself the sack. And now Ollie, mate, if he doesn't get top 4 this season, then he's gone.
Yeah,
he's gone.
And then there's no. The
Glazers don't care about legends. The Glazers don't care about anything, mate. He's just there. If we're not in the Champions League, then that's it. He's done. Simple as. We got in it last year.
Yeah,
he's give himself a chance. So you expect a little bit more. Revenues down. We know how the Glazers were going to work. So nothing really surprises in the summer. I just think if he doesn't, then he's gone. But it's going to take an awful lot for the Glazers to sack Ollie until it's mathematically impossible not to be in that Champions League, mate. It really is.
Absolutely. We've got someone say a great show. Smash a like, 250 likes for these great tubers. Yes, guys, 455 people watching right now. Smash the likes on the video as we get into the prediction side of the video. We've got a good chat here. Adam, have you heard Ricky say Scott is better than... Who's that? Is that PS? Who's he with? Paul Pogba? Is he trying to? Who's that? Better than PS. What does he mean by that? Do you reckon? Say Ricky. Say Scott.
I've heard him say he's better than Fred.
Okay. Please speak to the dude. He also says Mata is better than Bruno. Listen,
he's not. We know.
If only we could get him on the show, mate. You know what I mean? If it was possible to get him on the show, we would. But apparently, it's tied to other things. So you know what I mean? We can't really grab him on the channel.
No,
we've got Enzo Hunter. Thanks for the super chat, mate. He goes, Adam is such a nice guy. Last week I tweeted him to watch my channel, and my numbers went up so much. I'm humbled, and thank you, Saeed, my guy. Yo, big up to your channel, man. You know what I mean? I wish you all the success. I wish you all the success, guys. So, you know I mean, big up to your channel, and I hope it grows and stay consistent. That's all we can say. Build up your content and stay consistent. let's get the team news, mate. Because let's see your kind of team predictions there. What are you going for? Shall I say mine first before you want to go, or do you want to go first?
What I actually think or what I hope.
You know what? Let's see what you think, because at the end of the day, Ollie's going to pick a random Excel anyway. And
Right,
guys, make sure you put your teams up as well, guys. Let me see what your team is as well.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But Lindelof's back's broke, so put Axel in, and it's as you were against Tuesday night, mate. Done.
Oh, it's not out. It's not playing then, is it?
He's going to play, but we know he shouldn't play. So for me, Lindelof should be dropped out, because Ollie will break a player for the sake of playing his favourites. That's another thing I've got against him. I can see another Rashford issue. The guy got brought off for Sweden because of a back problem. 60 minutes in. He got brought off at half-time for United with a back problem. Mate, back problems don't disappear in a week. He's got an issue. He has got a big issue. Save the guy's career. Take him out the team. Find out what the problem is, because it's only going to hamper him. We're going to waste another substitute when we really could need it later on in the game. You know what I mean? We've seen this against Southampton at home last year when we ran out of substitutes when Luke Shaw went off injured.
Yeah.
Don't risk the player for the sake of him being a favourite. Play Axel. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? People would say I'd rather have an half-fit so-and-so in than a fully fit so, but for me, I'm looking at it going, you know what, Lindelof hasn't been horrendous this season. He's probably been one of our better defenders. Don't risk him. Do you know what I mean? Don't risk him, because you know what, you could have a Rashford part 2 again. Push back into a team when he shouldn't be playing, and then the season's over. So for me, it's exactly as it was, except you bring in Axel for Lindelof, because I just don't think he's fit enough. And I'll go with that. I'm happy with that, because that team could actually blow Southampton away in the first 45 minutes, and then you bring your Greenwoods on, your Jameses on. You know, then you bring them players in.
I'm going to disagree with that. I'm going to put Greenwood starting. I'm going to go Greenwood, Martial up top. I'm going to give Martial another benefit of the doubt.
Cavani?
Cavani's going to be on the bench.
You keeping Rashford?
Rashford on the left.
All right.
Martial up top, and I'm going to play. The problem is we've got PSG coming up, and that's still, mate, going to be crazy, mate. You know what I mean? I think that's another game that, you know what I mean, is Ollie going to be looking at one eye on PSG, mate. I mean, Adam, is your inbox still open? Because I would love to keep talking about something. PS is Pastor Abra used in South Africa. I'm studying in Russia. All right. See, you know what? You're putting us on the spot here. We're thinking about all these code words, and we're like, bloody hell, what's all these code words? We would never have got that. I thought it was he meant something like Paul Pogba or something like that. But yo, big up for the super chat, and yeah, man, I'm sure Adam will speak to you at some stage.
Yeah. All my DMs are open. It's manic, as you can imagine. That's all.
Yeah, you know what? I wish I could go for every single person, man. The more I get, me, it's just unbelievable. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna play Donny van der Beek and Fred in midfield. I'm gonna play Bruno in the 10 role, and then I'm gonna go with a back four. Yeah, I'll probably put. See, I'm not saying I'm not worried about Twanzebe, but I think he needs the games to kind of build his performance. I can't criticize him when he can't.
He's always got games. I think he's always got available, mate. That's why I've got to bring him in, because I don't think he's ready.
No, so I'll go with Twanzebe. Wan-Bissaka's just about fit, isn't he? Just about fit, isn't he?
He said Rashford and Bissaka are both okay for the game, so I think we should get away with them.
Yep, and obviously Telles is unbelievable. He's going to play again, so. You know what I mean? That'll thingy go over there. We've got predictions in. Get your predictions in. We've got Football HGs go with a 2-2. That's a big one there.
He's going for a Desmond.
Yeah. Bruno player manager hoping in on Sunday, mate. 3-1 back again. I'm not gonna lie to you, Adam. I'm going with a 3-1 Man United with Bruno to get 2.
That's what I said, mate.
1. Did you say that as well?
I said 3-1, mate, yeah.
I'm going 3-1 United as well, mate. I think Bruno is on form, mate. And you know, people think that I've got an agenda against Bruno. I think he's still one of our best players, mate. It's just one of them things where sometimes he's frustrated by his play.
You've got to appreciate what he brings to the team.
Mate, listen.
Even when he's back. I mean, to say that, guys, we're not a quarter of the way through the season and Bruno's got 10 goals.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? People are saying, the penalties, but he's got 2 braces from open play in his last couple of games. So, you know what? It's not all about the penalties. And now he's given them up. So, now you've got to look at it and go, okay.
2-1. 2-0. Here's to hope. 2-1 United. Bayer should start 4-2. You know what it is here? Someone says very tight, but 3-1. I think it's going to be one of them. I think we're going to be in the game, and I think we'll beat them 3-1. I'm confident because of the fact that Bruno's on form. Donny could start and he could help, and I think we've got enough quality attacking wise to cause them problems. And I know Southampton are good, but I looked at them in the second half. They weren't as good as the first half against Wolves, and I think what's it called again? I think they've got the highest goals conceded in the last 20 minutes as well. So I think that will help massively, massively. I'm going to go Bruno 2 goals. I'm going to go with Rashford for another one to make it 3-1. And Man United are going to win away from home again. And that's going to be unbelievable. He comes there again. Lebo is back again. Big up to Super Chat. When playing a team that sits back, would you mind Williams and Cavani? Because Williams can cross the ball, so can Telles. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I'm on the Telles ride, mate. I don't know about you, mate. I'm on the Telles ride.
Yeah, no. Tellers has been a breath of fresh air. Absolutely brilliant. The guy can put a ball in, mate.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And you know what? That's going to be the biggest thing of it all. But guys, that's been your match preview. Over an hour in this, man. Big up to you guys. We've had about 500 people in this live stream as a whole. Big up to you guys for tuning in. We are here every Fridays, guys. Every Fridays on my channel. Every Sundays on Adam's channel, 7 o'clock. But every Fridays we'll be here. We'll probably do it at a similar time, 9 o'clock every Friday, 9 o'clock. So make sure you are tuned in, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Craig says, top show, guys. Please smash a like on the video. If everyone could right now, please smash the like on the video. Also, if you want to go check out the One Football app, they are sponsoring this video for today. So please check out the One Football app. Got loads of content on there. You know what I mean? You can check all the football news, everything on right there. As you can see, gives you all the content, you know what I mean? Videos. Obviously, talks about Wan-Bissaka injury. Can he play? 4-3-2-1 lineup. So go check it out there. They are sponsoring the One Football app. Link will be in the description below. Because go check it out, guys. And yeah, man, we'll see you soon, guys. Man United for Southampton. 3-1 I'm going for. Adam's going for 3-1. Let's hopefully get a W. And we can go and climb up the table. Guys, take care. Adam, shout out your channels before we go, mate.
Yeah, I mean, Mad Red United on YouTube. Get me on there. All my socials are on that page as well, people.
Yeah, man. Go check him out, guys. We've been United Central. He's been Mad Red United. And we'll see you for the match reaction after the Southampton game, guys. Take care. Bye-bye and peace.